Hey everyone, Dan Edmondson here with another tip of the week. What I want to talk about today is a kind of a funny phenomenon that occurs in painting that I've come to notice. And what I hope this tip is going to do, it's going to help you in composing still lifes and landscapes and in figure paintings. You know, how everything gets arranged and why you do what you do. Now, there seems to be some sort of a tendency, and unfortunately I don't have the knowledge as to the why of it, that we seem to look at paintings from left to right. And to illustrate my point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror a bunch of pictures, and we're just going to see how different they look. And not only that, we're just going to open it up to discussion, and maybe this isn't the way it is for you. Maybe this is just some weird phenomenon for me. So I'm going to first show you this, and with this painting my eye is drawn to this tree. That is the primary center of interest for me when I look at that, and then when I mirror it and I look at this same exact picture, only mirrored, the tree becomes much weaker to me. And now I'm almost drawn more upstream into this area, and quite frankly the painting or the photograph is not nearly as interesting to me. Let's look at another one here. Here's a waterfall. I look at the water coming down, I see that, and I see this kind of knob area here, and that's really where my eye is drawn. Where's yours drawn? We flip it. Now I don't see this nearly as much. I see the water and this golden color here as the eye travels through the painting. So this is fascinating to me. Let's look at another. Here's another one. This is from my landscape class, and so is that last one and the first one. This is a real nice picture. It comes in here, and to me the center of interest is this area right here where these guys are really lit up. Now let's see how different it looks when we mirror it. Now again, I have a tendency to want to be drawn upstream. I still see this, and it's still real nice, but this area actually is a lot less compelling than it was before. And I have a tendency to see this tree more, but I still have more of a tendency to want to be dragged upstream. Here's an interesting still life. Here's that. Now let's look at this one. Now see, this has a much better flow to me than this one did. Isn't that fascinating? What do you think? Are you seeing the same thing I am, or do you think I'm crazy now? Here's one from my my starter class. Here is one way. Here is another way. It's funny, this gets more attention here to me, right here, but back here, this is what got all the attention. Fascinating. Portraits even have a different look to them, and certainly figures, but if you look at this here, look how the mood seems slightly different on these two pictures. I can't really even explain it. All I know is it looks different. So your takeaway for this is when you're setting things up, and especially if you photograph it, which I recommend you photograph whatever you paint and look at it. That's the beauty of living in the digital age. We can mirror these things and see. And not only that, I hope it will give us a greater understanding of how our eye travels through paintings. Maybe your eye is different than mine. Now see, I see this really strongly. But now if I flip it, I still see it, but I'm much more drawn, not more drawn, but I'm drawn to this much more than I was the other painting, the other version. I put this one in because I don't really see too much difference in this one. I mean, I see this rose a lot. My eye travels here. Here I don't see this nearly as much. I'm more in this area. This is nice. I see the flowers, the highlight. Now watch when it changes. I don't see this as much. I see this area more. Here's a nice waterfall. I'm seeing this area as my center of interest. We change it. Now I see this area. I may still eventually get down here, but just different. Nice strong waterfall when I mirror it. Now the waterfall feels cut off a little bit to me over here. So anyway, let me know what you think. And most of these images are from my starter still life or my advanced still life or my landscape class if you're interested.